The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom has just released and is all the rage right now, but is it the game for you? What's up, nerds, and welcome to InGame. I'm Hoops4, and today, my goal is to help you make an informed decision before you spend your hard-earned cash on a game you may not like. Tears of the Kingdom is everywhere, and it's easy to get caught up in the hype, but even a game of this magnitude is not right for everyone. I will discuss various aspects of the game in hopes that it will help you see if it's a game for you or not. At the end of the day, I just want to help my fellow gamers out, so without further ado, let's enter gaming. Enter gaming. First and foremost, and clearly the most obvious, Tears of the Kingdom is a direct sequel to Breath of the Wild. Duh. So not only that, but it is a sequel that stays very true to the original in terms of gameplay, world building, and mechanics. That being said, if you were a fan of Breath of the Wild, then why are you here? You probably have already been playing Tears of the Kingdom more than I have. Moving past the obvious habits of veteran Zelda players, it's worth mentioning the RPG mechanics. If you are a gamer that enjoys large open worlds and RPG mechanics like managing gear and resources, then Tears of the Kingdom will probably be a game for you. The world is large and beautiful, technically it's astounding for the Switch's hardware, and is an absolute pleasure to explore. There are secrets around every corner, enemies to dispatch, and characters to talk to. The world really feels alive. So if you want an immersive experience, look no further. I mentioned managing gear, and for me, that's an aspect of games that I always enjoy. Whether it's finding the best combination of clothes for Link, or finding the best weapon, there's always some optimization to be had. The weapons are an especially interesting topic, however, considering the new Fuse ability. In short, Fuse allows Link to combine a weapon and an object or item in the world. The objects can vary from terrain like rocks and tree parts, to building components to enemy drops. They can all be attached to Link's weapons to give an extra boost to its stats. Fuse also helps one of the more controversial topics with Tears of the Kingdom and its predecessor, that is, weapon degradation. Originally, in Breath of the Wild, using a weapon too much will break it without any way of repairing. This requires the player to continuously pick up new weapons and experiment as all other arms break down with use. This system was controversially brought into Tears of the Kingdom, but Fuse helps remedy that a bit by refreshing a weapon's degradation after fusing, allowing more use for each weapon. Personally, I like weapon degradation because it forces me to use different options. Otherwise, I would choose a single weapon and try to do a majority of the game with it alone. Seriously, in Elden Ring, I beat the game with 3 weapons. However, for those on the other side, Fuse refreshing is not much of a change, and the breaking of weapons can still be annoying, but it is a nice quality of life change regardless that enhances creativity. And speaking of creativity, Tears of the Kingdom thrives with player choice. If you think it, you can do it. This is thanks to abilities like Ultra Hand and the aforementioned Fuse. Ultra Hand lets you construct anything in the world around you, including vehicles and puzzle solutions. If you're a player looking for your next sandbox game to get creative in, then Tears of the Kingdom will be a great fit. I have yet to have an idea that I couldn't execute, and the game allows the player to go wherever they want, whenever they want, and with no real structure whatsoever. I mean, I actually struggle with this lack of structure, but I have friends that absolutely adore it. So both types of players can definitely relish what creativity the world embraces. While arguably not a main aspect at all, there is combat that is plenty enjoyable. Playing second fiddle to exploration and creativity, the combat is fleshed out and fluid. As most Zelda games are, it can be difficult at times if you're underprepared. Between your bow, melee weapons, and shields, all along with the Fuse ability, there will be a way to tackle combat that ends up speaking to you. It's a fun and rewarding system, with enemy drops on every kill that can then be used in elixirs or attached to weapons. It's a great gameplay cycle that never gets old. And if you're looking for a compelling story, well, I honestly can't completely answer that yet. I can say, however, that for what I have played, I am highly intrigued. I want to know more, I want to meet more characters, I want answers to questions that continuously arise. So if you're looking for a solid story, I do believe, at this point in my playthrough and from what I've heard, that Tears of the Kingdom will satisfy you. Lastly, and arguably the most important, will Tears of the Kingdom be worth your time and money? Well, last I heard, the average time for focusing on the story clocks in a little short of 50 hours. So, no doubt there is plenty of content to partake in. However, with a game that big, it can actually be a deterrent for gamers out there with less time on their hands. A nearly 50-hour time commitment just isn't worth it when they can only play for an hour or two every couple days. So if time is an issue for you, this 50-hour commitment may not be worth your money. For me, and plenty of other gamers out there, Tears of the Kingdom was an easy $70 to spend to get a ton of content and an incredibly enjoyable experience. But, obviously, that's still a lot of money, and the time commitment is pretty significant. Tears of the Kingdom has plenty of aspects that can appeal to various types of gamers. Whether you enjoy a good role-playing experience, just want to explore a pretty world, or are craving your next great creative sandbox. Hopefully this video helped you see if Tears of the Kingdom is right for you. Thank you for watching. If you made it this far, please hit the like button and subscribe for more content. It really helps me out a ton. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Thank you for watching, right here on InGame. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe for more content.